Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we're going to share the Tanya of today. We're in Perek Gimel, the third chapter. So the Alter Rebbe has explained yesterday about basically all of reality is the letters of God coming into this world. והנה אחרי הדברים האמס האלה כל משכיל אדם ויבין להשריע איך שכל נברא ויש הוא באמס נחשל עין ואפס ממש. So if you realize that all of reality is basically energy or letters, for example, if I imagine a little dog, so that dog is my imagination, that's what it is. So then you'll understand that actually every single thing relative to its creator, which is the letters or like the screen relative to the computer that's making it, is not considered to be real. Like, am I on this screen real? The answer is no, because the screen is just projecting pixels in a computer. Is the computer real? Let's call the computer real. And the pixels are coming from the computer, so the screen is not real. That's why it actually changes every second. It's the information that is real and that is being projected. So is the world real? No, it's the information that creates it that's real. So every single second, every moment, just as if I create a little dog in my imagination, this example from my father actually translated lesson Tanya. So the question is, how long is that dog going to last? And the answer is, as long as they think about it. And the same thing is, how long is the world going to last? As long as God is thinking about you, you're going to last, which is a beautiful thought. That means that right now, God is actually thinking about you. So now we have an interesting question. How come I don't see God? If all of reality is God's thoughts, like if I imagine a dog in my mind, how come I don't see the mind? So in a sense, like I realize, oh, it's in my mind, but why don't we realize that we're all within the mind of God? What's going on? So he says, this is because you don't see the letters. When I look at the screen, how come I don't think it's a computer? Because I'm looking at a screen. But if you're looking at, I don't know, more like an Apple computer, where basically the hard drive and the screen are kind of one, say, oh, wow, this is actually a computer. So if you could actually see the letters of God, and I mentioned yesterday that I know people that have had, whether it was a drug-induced kind of vision or it was a near-death experience, they actually saw how everything is made up of Hebrew letters. And then you would say, oh, wow, it's like the Matrix. This is letters of God. This is divine energy. But if your eye could see, and there were great sages before they passed away, one of them said to his son, he pointed to a beam. He said, what do you see? He says, I see a beam. He says, I see the divine energy bringing this into existence. So God is literally bringing everything into existence. We just don't see it. But sometimes he could unveil, and when Mashiach comes, we'll actually see how everything is divine energy. Every moment this energy is coming into and creating everything. If this was the case, the physical would not be visible to us. We literally would not see the physical at all. It would literally be as if it doesn't exist, because again, like you look at the Matrix, if you could see the code, you wouldn't see the scene. You would just see the letters. There was a story with the Mitzler Rebbe, the son of the Alter Rebbe, which he was a very, very great scholar, and he was so into this idea of Yesh Ma'ayin, realizing how everything comes from God, that he literally was not able to see physicality anymore until the Alter Rebbe had to come and bring him his staff. He touched the staff, and somehow that helped him. He bottled because the physical, it's just like if you could see the energy behind atoms, you wouldn't see atoms, you see energy. Because without the spirit that's giving it life, literally the physical doesn't exist. So it's the spirituality that's bringing it into existence every second. This is its true existence. Therefore, so a simple example, given the example before, but if I'm lifting, you see, I don't know, I have this tissue, in my hand. So this tissue, is it flying in the air? No, it's being held up. Without me holding it up, it falls down. Without the letters of God bringing us into existence, ceases to exist. So without every single moment God creating all of reality, which amazingly science has discovered this, everything is coming in and out of existence every moment, we simply would not exist. What does this teach us? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Everything is one. It is all God, and therefore don't be afraid. There is a purpose, there is a plan. We are not randomly here in a random world that just exists. We are intentionally here in an intentional world, and it's our job to wake up and light it up, because that is destiny. Thank you for watching.